What up, family of Sport Dash Winning Merrily? It is 7:11. Moon Monday, November the 10th, 2025. 57% on my phone, going all the way to 721. Make this the last video of the day. You know, they always say out with the old, in with the new. I remember I was in this program called Breakthrough Urban Ministry for the homeless. And I was just being nice, and I had bought this staff member some Church's chicken. I was eating chicken back then, and they had the special 2 for $1. And I was just like, I'm on my way to go get some Church's or whatever. I was just on my way, and I asked her if she wanted some, or I brought her some back or whatever and stuff. Just being nice, right? And she told me, she said, you got too old. I was like, I got too old. She was trying to tell me, why I'm being railroaded. And then I realized, they only deal with young people, and, they use us up and then spit us out, like with, trash and stuff, for real. So I don't know why I was in a pile of trash, and the police put me in a pile of trash, because they don't look at us like human beings. They look at us like garbage and stuff, So, I appreciate the lady telling me that. You know what I mean? I didn't buy her the chicken because I wanted some information, but I'm glad she, made me aware of what's going on. Long story short, Sha'Carri Richardson. When I bought this hat, at the police uh, store, I didn't realize, Richardson was Sha'Carri's name. She's a runner. And they've been working with her ever since she was a little girl, like they work with all of us and stuff. She's 25 years old. She was born March of 2000. My mother, Mary Lee Wright, allegedly died in 2000. She's, this runner is, like I said, 25 years old. Wow. I didn't realize when I, told them to put Chicago on here, and I picked this hat, that I was representing, a runner. You know what I'm saying? What Oprah say, run on and see what the end gonna be. She's good at what she does. Sha'Carri Richardson. And eventually she'll get old, and they'll get somebody younger. I'm an originator of rap since the age of 8, 1975. It is 7:14. That's 75 if you look at the way I look at things. Yep, 56% on my phone. I'm a one for a reason. Everything's based on a true story. 7:15. I didn't realize that Millie Jackson's birthday is the same day as my foster sister, Kimberly Redmond. July 15th. They both cancers, right? I just so happened to be held down at the Cook County Jail in 2016, and they gave me cancer. And of course, everybody come around smoking their cigarettes on the train, on the platforms, in the streets, because, they know I got cancer and stuff, right? So they trying to finish the job and stuff, because why? I got too old, but my money didn't get too old. The gifts that they get and the food that they eat didn't get too old. The cars that they drive. You understand what I'm saying? I never had a new car. Never had a day at the spa. Never had a real vacation without some pedophile stuff involved, or me trying to figure out what's going on. Never had more than 25,000 at one time. Never had a real family. Never had real friends. Never really had too much of anything. You understand what I'm saying? But a bunch of bugaboos in my life. Gave Oprah Winfrey my child abuse rap at the age of 17 in 1984. You know what I mean? Real talk. And again, in 1995, To the Sound of Music. 3 cassette tapes, front and back. And the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech that I made came true. You understand what I'm saying? Will come true. Yeah, man. I'm the manifestation of the Martin Luther King. I have a dream. But it's turned into a nightmare like he predicted. You know, he said he was being a little superficial. And that dream that he once thought is now becoming a nightmare. Well, I try to avoid it, prevent it. But, you know, y'all like drinking, drugging, and smoking. So, you know, when it didn't work out for me, and I was the one that, you know what I mean, God bless for everybody, you know, to do their own thing as far as rap is concerned, 717, and social media. Oprah didn't want to give me 5 minutes on her show, but God gave me social media. You understand what I'm saying? To give to you all. And what do? It started off conscious. Now it's all weird and, you know, country Wayne and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? You know what they doing on that show. A little bit of everything but drinking and smoking and stuff. Real talk. But I guarantee you, if it lasts another 5 years, they'll be drinking and smoking too. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Because that's where it's headed. Nowhere fast. Just like Sha'Carri Richardson. Just running. Where we going? Nowhere fast. This the 8. I'm the originator of rap since the age of 8, 1975. You only get one shot, right? I could stop right there. 718, I come from behind to get mine. You know what I mean? Real tough. Just like it ain't no catching her. Ain't no catching me, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when they get mad, they lose and they wanna lie on you and cheat and kill you and stuff because they can't beat you. You know what I mean? I say don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Real talk. Now, if people died, quote unquote, for us to be the best, and yeah, man, and then we throw it all away, like Martin Luther King said, we're gonna perish as fools if we go back to business as usual. And they trying to act like my story ain't true, like what I'm doing, they not watching and stuff. Nigga, you been watching me since a little motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And I still been kicking your butt. What the Young Buck say? And I pray to God the news is watching. In his song Footprints, I think. Yep. Put my voice to a lot of songs. Nobody cared. Nobody listened. That's what they said on the Cook County Jail Psych Ward 2016 when they was doping me up. And I almost had 19 years of sobriety. I'll have 28 years of sobriety come Christmas. I don't care what they do to me. Sabotage, whatever, this, that, and the third. I didn't pick it up. Y'all put it in me. Trying to see how I react. Thought I would turn to drugs and do the most or whatever and stuff. No, all I'm doing is study kicking your butt. I wrote a whole book on the psych wall, on a psych ward called, I titled it Liquid Hell. Yeah. Because that's what they were doing, giving me hell and stuff. Trying to see how they drugs would react to a person with no drugs in their system. Trying to use me as a guinea pig and shit, a pin cushion and shit. The doctors was calling me bitches and shit, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I vowed when I got up out of there that if God gave me the strength one more time to, you know, for real, that I would not disappoint myself. Now it's the time for y'all to go for yourselves because they do not like us. Whatever happens to me, remember this. Whatever happens to me, happens to you. Because I don't drink, drugs, smoke, or fornicate. And I've been in this trap building 6210 South Kenbark Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60637 since May 31st of 2017. That's a little over 8 years. You heard me? And can't nan niggas say they did anything to me. Now, I know they be watching and hoping and praying like they was doing on the cycle or watching me take a shower and this, that, and the third. And I caught their ass. I asked them, I said, do y'all watch us take showers and stuff? No, we don't watch you. And I went straight to the front desk and looked at the camera monitors, and sure enough, I saw the girls taking a shower. And when I got here to this trap building, there were no cameras. It's one by my door. It's one by the mailbox. All these they just put up when I got here. Like I say, May 31st of 2017. So if you think a motherfucker ain't watching me do this video and kicking their ass at the same time, you a goddamn fool. And with that, this will get on for that. Step your game up, Tin City. Peace.